welcome to Dungeons and Dragons. The conversations we have before the session are wonderful. Welcome to episode number 13 of Realm of the Chaos King. Okay. What would you like to do as you travel, I believe you said, a mile off?
Well, we're following wherever Vivian walked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Vivian just started walking in a direction.
Yes, because they're Scry Boys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
A Scry Boy.
Yes.
But we are heading towards the encampments.
No, you're heading.
No.
You
a
were
mile
heading.
away from the encampment, so we can rest. And then if they come out and are searching for us, we're at least a mile out.
How close are we now, though?
Not a mile. You guys are about 500 feet from the edge of the canyon.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty close.
Vivian, do you know where we're going?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Sorry, we had someone watching, so.
Yeah, I saw that. I understand.
I'll try to link Vivian and Biglet.
Man, yeah, D100, D10s.
Jesus Christ, we still got a road.
Man, Christ.
That's not just tonight.
51?
51?
That's a.
Let me pull up
Not
the
as
table.
intended?
No, it's diminished.
Yes, that is 25% diminished, so you choose one other person. But I'd say if you're just
Just two.
doing those two, you're fine.
Okay, so we're all... Just us three.
Oh.
Try to talk in here if you want to say something.
Oh, okay, great.
We thought we'd walk a mile out away from the camp so that we could all have time to rest and plan before we attack.
Right, okay, yes. So we're resting and we're planning. That's great. It sounds like Dagmar's wanted to do neither of those.
What are you talking about, boy?
You're not in this.
Oh, yeah, true. Fuck! Dagamaris can't say
Mind your
shit.
business, Dagamaris.
That's right.
True.
It doesn't matter. Going immediately now would be stupid. We all need time to rest.
Okay, great. Are we gonna let Yuvim rest all the way?
I don't think there would be time for that. I'll be fine.
Are you sure?
I have my sword.
We run the risk of whoever is scrying on us
Okay. I mean,
doing something with that information.
sure, a brief rest will do me well, but if we... Well, I won't be able to back up anybody with health prior to any sort of lengthy rest.
Did
Same.
we use all of the healing potions?
Yes.
Well, then Dagamaris and I getting our full rest will have to be enough.
Okay, we should maybe designate specific roles for who's going to be doing what? Or are we just going in haymaker style like we did previously?
Well, we were attacked.
I guess so.
A bit of strategy definitely wouldn't hurt.
Especially if we have this much time to do so.
Exactly.
No, what, then you want me to hang back and
Absolutely.
play at range?
Range is going to be our best option.
Everyone's playing at range. I feel like if they try to attack us, then the best option is to flee. We don't want an all-out battle.
The knights are the most concerning part of it. If they get up close, especially to those of us who are less armored, we're a little bit more screwed, I suppose. So the more damage that we can do from farther away, the better chances we have at actually being able to succeed at this.
Okay, well the further we get into actual strategy talk, the more I would like everybody to be
Of
there. So
course.
maybe we save until we get to camp and then we talk.
Yes.
Agreed. I'm gonna drop the link now.
Okay.
Wow, I don't have
And
purple
we're
worm venom anymore.
We're just walking. How long does it take us to get a mile?
I would say that you guys can get within a mile in like 8 minutes. You guys are walking, you guys are running. You have a lot of gear, and the terrain is bumpy.
Yeah.
It's about 8 minutes. You guys are in shape. Is this a good place to set up camp? Are you
Sort of
satisfied?
Vivian.
You satisfied with this location? Good.
Are we doing it classical style?
What?
No bubble?
Are you gonna try the bubble again?
I can try the bubble.
Oh, okay.
We have to wait around for quite some time
Cover is
before
cover.
we can meditate once more.
What time is it?
It's like 4 p.m.
Oh man.
We
So I probably could get like a long rest then, right?
If you
That'll
were
make it, like,
tired. I
midnight.
mean, if you rolled well on the Constitution.
You'd have to roll a
get tired.
con. You'd have to roll a con in order to see if you could fall asleep.
Okay.
I will.
You can try if you
I
want.
will
I mean, I'll
attempt
try.
to set up the bubble.
Okay, yeah, do you want to do 10?
61. Fuck.
61?
Doesn't work, or 25%, right?
Yeah, 25% diminished, so it lasts for 25% less time.
6 hours.
So it will last until 10 p.m.
Okay.
Okay? Good.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So,
I'm gonna try and go to sleep.
I
What are you doing, Eugene? We are not sleeping yet.
Just wake me up when we can go.
Sure.
Are you okay with us making decisions on your behalf?
Oh God. No, absolutely not.
right. Let's talk before you.
Yeah, Hero just sort of sits there. I'll look out for
Thank you.
prying eyes.
Appreciate
Or
it.
scrying eyes.
Huh?
Yes.
We should collapse it on like a song.
I'm not very musically inclined.
But you dance.
Yes, but I don't create music. I can dance to ballroom music.
I don't do ballroom.
You are a bard. I would be shocked if you did.
Yeah. I do a tavern room.
That is fun. I can dance in a tavern room as well. But I'm just not as skilled. I bet I look silly.
I'm just saying, if all this is over, we can probably make some good money.
When all this is over, I hope to be dead, Yuffie.
There's also that.
Yes.
Thank you for watching.
Yes, I'm fine with it. Go ahead and do your strategy. I will go along with whatever you choose. I've never been one for strategy. I just rush in. That is why I am dead.
Oh, that's what the zingers.
Yes.
So, reconnaissance or not, that seems to be the question right now.
Yes, reconnaissance. You always do reconnaissance. This is the key to a good battle. It's information.
He means going in on the ground floor.
So, yeah, are we sneaking in prior to the rest right now, or are we sneaking in after the rest right now?
After the rest, if we're sneaking in at all.
Doing
We'll
anything
sneak in
afterwards.
before. Yes. Sorry, afterwards.
So
Okay.
the
We do
plan
not send in
We have-
Pearl Raven again. That is set in stone. Do you see any other birds in the air?
Yes.
No, you do not.
Yes, that's what I mean. I agree.
If we can do the sneaking prior to the rest, wouldn't it be more beneficial for everybody?
No, because if we get caught out, we are fucked.
Yeah.
The idea is that if you both are going to go sneak in, Dagmaris and I can be positioned outside. If they catch you, then we can start the onslaught and hopefully detract some attention from you, give you time to get out.
Who's sneaking?
This is the plan.
Eupheme, definitely.
Yes. So,
You, if you feel up to it.
I would have to take that.
the only reason I would suggest Iklid go is because he can teleport Eupheme out at a further distance.
That is true.
Yes.
But
However, if that has to happen, I'm useless to any entailing battle that would ensue.
exactly.
Getting me out would be.
But that's
Great.
why Dagmaris and I are resting, so that we can bear the brunt of the actual damage.
Are you
Okay.
actually useless after 2 spells?
Absolutely. I
Wow.
also have no more healing pool if we don't.
What god is giving you? What god is giving you power? The god
One
of
that
uselessness.
Not one that I asked for.
I would certainly hope you didn't ask for a god with such pittance. That's fine. Then I would suggest you not go.
If
I
would
prefer the more firepower.
Have, sure, if I would have to go on, I would have to take both potions.
Yes, and that is
And
not
then-
an option.
Even if I do go in, I would be down one of my more powerful spells.
Doesn't that tier thing help you at all?
Oh,
Yes.
that's a lot of resources.
Are you
on
going
one
to be,
person.
killing them. Boy,
Suppose I can't help it now, can I, Dagmars?
no. I suppose you can't. Would you like to do something to me?
Dagmars,
Shut up.
you shut up. He's not a soldier, and he's certainly not your soldier.
He is a soldier. Whether he likes it or not.
In any case, it's a lot of resources to waste on just me for what? Another person doing reconnaissance? And Eufeme and I going to split up with
But
the
if it means
encampment?
you can get out, how...
I can.
DM, how tall
get
was
out.
the canyon again?
About 20 feet.
It's about
Deep.
20 feet down to the bottom of the canyon. How
20 feet
much-
wide, 15 feet deep.
15 feet deep.
I could get out.
You can get out with your Misty Step.
Yes, but that would be the last spell that I could cast.
No, sorry, it's
could-
about 60 feet wide.
60 feet wide,
Yes,
but 15 feet deep.
Mm-hmm. I
It would be
I
willing
misspoke
to
last time.
spare one of your tier gems so that Eufeme can still participate as well.
Even if I had spells, there's nothing I can do from a range. I mean,
Hold on, wait, this is where you won't, that would be your last spell even after the rest? With sneaking after the rest.
how long are we resting?
Dagamaris and
Brief
I are hoping to
period.
get back to full strength, so 4 hours.
But you would be resting for a brief period.
Yeah, that's all I have. But that's fine because I don't have anything that would benefit a ranged war. I like to fight close up.
I've seen you fight long range. With
I can
your...
I can still do that. It's just nothing heavy hitting.
It's a cantrip, isn't it?
Sure.
It
I don't
doesn't
know.
take an immense amount of energy for you to cast it.
No, it's
Ranged
easy.
spells.
Right. Yeah, that's easy.
Sure, I suppose I don't know if whatever your magic has a different structure, but I would call that a cantrip.
Me neither.
I should be going in. It's easy for me to relay information with my book.
What are you talking about?
It's easy to
Your book,
relay
you have to
information.
write down in it.
Eufeme, how
And-
much range do you have
I can do that
on your
invisible.
telepathic link?
I can, as long as I can see, but with the way that this is,
Yes, that does
I
make
probably can't see. I think I can get up to like 100 feet though.
If someone, if Eufeme gets found, all he needs to do is shout and we'll start.
Yeah, but I won't be found.
I
I won't.
I wouldn't. I know what I said earlier, but we could use one of the potions of Elvish Upper Hand to give you that bit of a boost,
I think I should keep it
just in case.
just in case,
Okay.
and I'll drink it if I need it.
I believe it would be too late, right?
I can slip, especially in this atmosphere. I can slip out of sight pretty
But
easily.
the purpose of it was so that you weren't seen in the first place. So you're saying if you need it, it's to get away from something you've already been spotted by.
Yes, but I can be unspotted.
I understand that, but then they'd be on high alert. So wouldn't you prefer to drink it beforehand so that you have less of a chance of getting spotted?
It's a gamble, but do I want to waste this when we're going into the Scar of Cool?
This is a situation in which
Seems like everything is warranted.
you're the one risking your life the most out of all of us by going directly into the camp.
Exactly.
This would be a situation in which I think it would be an appropriate time to use one of the potions. We'll still have a second one if we need it.
There's 2?
There's 2.
Oh.
Well, there's 3.
Well, but the Dwarven Oil of Staunch Constitution does nothing for hiding.
Yeah, no, there's only one of those.
Yes, but I mean, we have 2.
No, we have 1 Dwarven Oil and we have 3 Elvish Upper Hand.
3?
Yes.
Just kidding, yes, use one of the potions.
Okay.
Use one of the potions going in. Dagamaris is right.
Very
If you use it after you're found,
That's fine.
after you're found is the one
If
that
you
we
are
would want to
confident-
just start fighting anyway.
No.
And I would want to get
I-
out of their vision.
I can write to Eufeme and then he can just message back. That way
You can check in.
I'll just check in
intermediately.
every
That's a good
so
idea.
often. Sure.
3
Sure.
potions.
Oh, let me.
So who's doing reconnaissance then? Is it just you, Eufeme?
I'll go alone.
That seems
Good.
the best.
I agree. I'd be the worst for reconnaissance. And Yahiro speaks up. I can go as well.
Yeah, you're swift.
I'm very swift, yes. I can use a blade song beforehand. And if we get caught,
I'll
well,
protect you,
I
don't
will
worry.
not. Thank you, Euphem. I appreciate it. I can also get us out without you using anything.
Oh, that's nice. Let me test something real quick. I have my book open, and I want to try to. Euphem's name is still on. I want to try to write to him,
Okay.
which does cast sending.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
I
roll
have to
D1
roll.
and a D10.
Jesus.
Yes.
Damn. Fuck.
Okay.
Wouldn't it be funny if to backfire it sends to one of them directly?
Oh,
Wouldn't that be
God.
fun? Wouldn't that be fun and sexy?
Oh no.
63.
63.
Mm-hmm.
Just lasts, and spells diminish by 25%. So you just can't send as much.
Okay. It would just say, Euphem, this is a test. It could.
That's fine.
Okay.
That doesn't-
He-
I hear you.
And you hear
loud and
it.
Clear.
Yes.
Does it show up?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Cool. Okay.
But I can, like, I don't have to say that out loud, do I? Can I, like, think that and it shows up in his book?
Yes.
Yeah,
just
it thinks
making
it,
sure.
and it shows up on the page.
Mhm.
Good. Yeah. Okay. Looks like it's working. It's good.
If it makes you guys feel any better, I am 100% confident in my abilities.
That does make me feel better.
That is great. I'm glad. Yes, I can.
How are one of us going to get to the other side of the cavern? The canyon, though.
Actually, maybe it is better if I teleport myself across. You said it was 60 feet?
60 feet, yes.
And then I can fast step over 60 feet. And I can be the one on the other side, alone,
And Dagomars can be.
with you.
Yes.
What does
I
that
will.
mean?
It puts you with them as well. I will be alone on the other side. Euphem will go down. We'll have him covered on both sides.
That'll mean we can protect you in case anything happens.
Fair enough.
Sounds
Yes.
like a good plan.
And
How are we going to deal with the mages?
Relay.
We kill them fast. Yes, I agree.
I mean, if I go down there, I can probably tell you where they're sleeping.
I'd guess the tents that have the Tristral sigil on them, correct?
It would be too much.
Perhaps.
It would be too much. Tell me no. It would be.
Spit it out.
We're all friends here.
Been carrying a cyanide pill on me for several months now.
Oh, God. Why am I not
Oh, that's
surprised?
interesting.
Just in case there was a time to use it on
Bad
someone.
sort of like crawls out of the bag. Or out of the book.
It would be too much to start the assault by trying to poison one of the mages, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Because if I don't kill them, then I'm stuck. And I don't like being stuck. I want to get out before you guys start attacking.
Then I will save it for someone else.
Good to know, though.
Yes. Well,
Obviously, not any of you.
yes, I will not be drinking much of what you prepare.
Iron cyanide pills usually for self-infliction.
Yes.
What? Who told you that? Did you read that?
Yes, how did you know that? Boy.
Yeah, I've read about this.
Fine.
I was home a lot. There's not much to do but read.
You're
Hence
strange.
the book.
So I like books.
Storytelling is so much better.
Take me.
Books
Anyway,
are so bland.
I vote we just sit in silence for a bit. Maybe a few hours.
Then I should probably sleep.
That is the only way we would get this silence, Euphem.
Yeah.
Fuck.
He's got a
It was my point. Anyway, I'm going to bed.
Yeah, hero sort of. Good night. I'll just sit here, keep watch with Icklid.
Thank you.
So you guys, again, you and Dagamaris need to just wait for like 3 to 4 hours before you can even start meditating.
We need to wait for 3 to 4?
You guys got full rest. The only reason why he's even able to is because he only got a short rest and then was beat the shit out of after the short rest happened.
Dagmar's got the shit beat out of it.
Yeah, but again, you guys got full rest beforehand. And then a short rest afterwards.
Someone beat us up really quick.
So make a Constitution saving throw with advantage.
Here.
Dirty 20.
Okay. Yeah, so Eupheme sort of... Okay. You guys waiting? Okay.
So we're waiting for now 8 hours.
6 hours, I'd say. No. It'd be 8 hours. You are correct. They have to wait for... Dagamaris and Vivian have to wait for 4, and Eupheme has to sleep for 8. Midnight rolls around. Jeez Louise.
For my light activity, would like to have been doing painting.
Painting what? Are you finishing the Dagamaris and Yahiro painting, or are you finishing the lake painting, or are you painting something new? New painting, okay.
That is the mark of a true artist, never finishing.
Let's see. Oh, okay.
Is it beautiful?
This painting is.
What'd you roll for one?
Huh?
What'd you roll for one?
Oh, I rolled whether or not
Oh, okay.
the painting would. Yeah. This painting is of a white rabbit laying down in the grass and a bleeding wound.
Okay. So Yahiro sort of comes up
and
while
I
you're painting that.
Spend a good amount of time on the wound.
Okay.
Bleeding.
Is something wrong, Euclid? It's morbid.
What do you mean?
It's just not a very happy painting, right? I remember you painting the lake and us dancing. What happened to those?
I guess not. Sorry, I think I maybe was not much paying attention to what I was doing.
The dome is gone, by the way, at this point.
And I'll put it face down.
It was a beautiful painting, though. I'm not here to judge you. Morbidity is not, in all cases, to be shied away from. There are morbid things in the world that can be quite beautiful. Say that painting was beautiful. It is a stark contrast as to what is typically happening, and you are young.
Maybe the weight of everything is getting to me.
Yes. The weight of everything has been getting to me. You are not alone.
Apparently, I was whipped around in that tornado when I was unconscious.
Yes, I barely got you out. Barely got myself out.
Thank you for both of those things.
No need to thank me. Thinking is more for things I didn't have to do. But I have to save 19-year-old boys who get sucked into tornadoes. It's something I want to do as well. Euclid, you're a nice boy. You remind me of myself. A bit. I know that is possibly the most cliche thing I could ever say as an older man. And I'm feeling very self-conscious about my age now, at this point, but I'm going to embrace it. Oh, I only mean the good things. Sort of a rascal. It's a very general statement. I think a lot of young boys share a lot of things in common, though. There is a reason why I saved you at the gate. You have spunk, to put it lightly. You have a nice gleam in your eyes. I like you, Euclid, and not in a strange, I'm a lich trying to suck your soul from your body way.
So self-conscious.
I'm sorry. I probably didn't need to say that, and it probably made you feel a bit uncomfortable. And I'm just putting my foot in my mouth. But I'd like to see you get out of this. And I'd like to see you triumph from such times to the point where I no longer recognize parts of myself now in you. for I was somebody shaped tragically by times such as this. And you are far too young. I was 53 when I died. If you were to die now, so much potential. Well,
It's really endearing of you to say, actually. Touching, even. Actually, no one ever really even told me I was much like either of my parents. I actually would maybe even say quite the opposite, jubilantly. But,
was that a good thing? Are your parents bad people?
I don't think so. I think other people just saw things in them that they didn't like.
Well, I remember you talking about your parents having some power in Svartalfheim, yes?
My mom's the Jarl there.
Sounds like they're jealous. I would not put much words into it, or put much power into their words. Though, I would hope that a bit more respect is given to you now that you saved their entire town from that little creep in your bag. And Baz sort of like pokes his head out.
I would hope so. It seems like word doesn't travel as fast. Not many people are that invested in small towns up north. Doesn't seem like much from up north gets down here, but.
Did you claim that you had saved the town? Did you make grand standing statements and make speeches of how you saved their lives?
Absolutely not. I mean, I wasn't even really convinced of such until we got to Schwentin.
Oh, Wicklet.
One instance happened.
You travel with good company, then. I would say that you are better than most. I would have even made speeches. I saved a city. Of course, I let them know. But you had no need.
What value does that put on actions I take now?
None.
Yeah, so.
And you are good to have remembered that. You seek no glory, you simply only did what was right. And that is another reason why I would... Do not die, Wicklet. I am far too sad already.
I'll try out here. Thank you.
Thank you, Wicklet. I will allow you to finish your painting. Do not grieve that you are sad. Feel it and express it in any way you feel safe to do so. Paint the rabbit, paint the tears, cry, scream into the void. Maybe not now, as we are trying to be stealthy. Experience your emotions. And damn anyone who doesn't allow you to.
Like Dagoras.
Yes, like Dagomaris. And he pats you on the head. Goes off.
What a good lich uncle we have.
Godfather.
Yeah, right?
Okay. 2 more hours passes. Everyone gets a long rest.
Bless up.
Uninterrupted
God.
long rest.
All right.
Get
all
my
right,
hit
all right,
dice.
all right. All right. Let us pick our
That's
spells for this.
Yeah, now we're in business.
Yeah, now we actually have to think. Okay, I can only prepare 10 of them.
So,
Wow,
I can
prepare 10 spells. I'm gonna
cast
You
them
feed.
18 times.
You feed. I have a spell.
If I get hit once, I'm dead.
I have a spell that allows you to carry a fireball with you. And this is a more powerful fireball.
Vivian does?
More powerful.
Goddamn.
By
Sure
about
to
a
tell her
third. Well, she's right there. Yes. I can only hold it for a minute before it explodes on its own, and this is a powerful blast. If you think you can get in and out of that encampment in 1 minute, and you plant it in there, I can maintain concentration on this bead while also committing various acts of violence while doing that as well, and that will almost guarantee that everyone in the camp dies instantly. But that is only if you believe that you can get in and out in a minute, or else you might also die.
1 minute.
1 minute.
Sure. I'll stroll.
Then I will cast it and hand it to you as soon as you are going down. Make sure that if a minute is coming by, you throw it far away. Preferably not in our direction, obviously, but just make sure you're not in the blast radius.
Should I, like, hide it somewhere? Plant it somewhere?
I do not believe so. It will be a bead, about this size.
Oh, okay.
Put
Not
it on the
easily
ground?
accessible.
Absolutely not. Unless, well, they are mages, but if they are initiates, then they have not learned this level. They have not learned to dive this deep into Hecate's pool.
Awesome. Yeah, I can do that.
I wish not to use any necromancy, but I will use necromancy if one of you are to die.
What does that mean?
It means that I can kill them with a single flick of my finger if I wish, but I will lose myself a bit to Cimmerian. But if you are in trouble, say so, and I will kill them in an instant.
If you're only going down for a minute, should I even check in with you?
Yes, still do. Get information. Make sure he is okay.
Yeah, if I don't make it out, then at least you guys will have something.
And if he is captured, then we will know.
I will do so every 15 seconds?
Yikes.
I would say
Sure.
10.
Every 10 seconds.
Yes.
Alright. Okay. That's a lot.
We have a mile, yes? Yes, we have a mile. Let us go now, then. It is midnight.
Alright.
Alright.
Could I grab that potion? Thank you.
Eupheme, how confident are you in your abilities?
Absolutely. Almost to a fault.
Then do not use the potion.
Why?
I'll leave it up to my judgment.
I would suggest you do not use it beforehand. If you trust in your abilities, I will trust in you as well. Those
Thank you,
potions
Dad
are...
Morris.
Absolutely. It is best we use that in Cruel, I believe. As Vivian was saying. If there's any time not to get caught, I would prefer to fight even Baldric for Servius than anything we find there.
I'm not confident in mine. I'm drinking the Dwarven oil.
The oil is for use before we rest.
Before we rest.
Yes, you're supposed to smear it on your forehead.
No.
Yes.
You can apply it at any point.
I do not believe so.
Davin Morris.
Dagomor's skirt.
All right. Regardless, it does not matter. Please do not use that potion either. This is not the time, and I believe we will be done with this rather quickly.
Fine, then I put my confidence in everyone else's. Okay.
Eupheme, are you able to teleport out with somebody with you?
No.
That is a shame.
Unfortunately, I cannot.
Davin Morris is fucking well.
Nah. I
You
mean,
can use the oil at any point.
I disagree.
in any case,
Listen.
let's not bicker over it, okay? We move. We move.
I agree. Let us go. All right? So you all trek again through the wastes, though the storms picked up once more.
Sorry.
It's fine. The storms have picked up once more, the clouds billowing above you as if appeared from nowhere, lightning striking in multiple different colors, and tornadoes picking up in the distance. The miasma, the scar of Glaucon, weighs heavily upon each of your minds, but you travel, nonetheless, towards the canyon which Vivian claims to have seen the two initiates of the Dragon's Council. Eventually, you see the ridge, the glass protruding like a frozen wave from the ridge where Glaucon scorched the earth. You see that a couple 100 feet away from you, about 100 feet, you see the ridge protruding from the ground. What would you like to do as you draw closer and closer?
I'm gonna call down a story.
Call down a story.
DM question.
Mm-hmm.
Does having the Zythos prepared take up a spell slot?
No.
Nice. Or prepared spells.
No.
I'm gonna cast.
Yes, I will say it does.
Alright, well then
Actually.
I'm doing it right all along.
Yes.
Whatever. I'm gonna cast Mage Armor.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna, cause
D100 D10, yeah.
Oh,
Casting
do I
Mage Armor? Yes. D100 D10.
Ooh, I need to cast that too.
Mm-hmm.
So this is for the story.
59.
59.
21. Oh, sorry.
Spell doesn't work as intended. Oh, sorry, no. Diminished by 25%. So any AC that you get, I'll just say is -1 AC.
25.
25?
Yeah, 25.
Okay. Spell backfires when you use it. So the story is going to backfire when you use it.
KKK. Cool. And this is for Mage Armor.
Okay.
Baby. 87.
87. So you get an extra point of AC.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Of all the people that might get an extra point of AC, it should
Oh,
be
my
you.
Dagomar Scar now?
What's your AC?
13 plus Dex, right?
Yeah.
17.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty good though.
Yeah.
Okay. So you all approach. Yahiro begins to creep slower. All of you need to make stealth checks.
Holy shit.
Natural 20 for Yahiro, which is yeah, that's natural 20 for Yahiro.
Alright. Yeah.
It's a natural 2 for Dagamaris. Okay.
Natural 1.
Okay. And he has a minus what to stealth? No, minus, so it's 2 and a natural
it's
1.
plus 0.
Yeah, so it's 2, natural 1. What'd you roll?
25.
25.
13.
13. Okay, and Yahiro rolled a 25. I'm going to take the average.
We're putting you. This was rolling only above 15 when I first started. I was
So,
pulling out the human dice.
13
Rogue
plus
star.
25 plus 25 plus 2 plus 1 divided by 5. Okay. But, sorry. The bear needs to roll.
Oh, bear.
There.
Nat 20.
16. It's an average of 14.
It's not great.
That's not great.
You're good, y'all.
Okay.
Technically mine is plus 3.
No, but it's a natural one. Okay, so Dagamaris and Vivian, both of them struggle against the fog that holds your feet to the ground. You hear the shuffling of glass underneath their feet, only masked by all of your ability to sort of help them along, but only to a certain extent. Even the bear makes less noise than Dagamaris and Vivian at this point. The bear, not sure what's going on, since no one informed him, but he's...
He can speak common.
Yeah, but he was sleeping through most of it and not paying attention. Okay.
Sorry, bear.
I thought about it.
You thought about it?
He can speak common. He's fine.
So, you look over the canyon again, seeing the 2 large blue and gold tents with the sigil of Tristfall upon it, the superimposed dragon breathing fire with a craned, breathing lightning with a craned neck over an oak tree. And you see no one amidst the camp. Some fire embers burning in front of the 2 tents. Make a perception check
Yeah,
if you would
this
like.
is suspicious.
Yeah.
Is that
They got
Did they
tipped.
leave?
They got tipped.
Motherfucker.
They wouldn't leave the tent.
Yeah, they would.
It's bad juju in my...
What'd you roll?
18.
Yeah.
No offense.
18.
But like it clean, you know what I'm saying?
23.
23.
Perception?
Mm-hmm.
No.
9. Okay, so 23, 18. You do see 2 of the Dragon's Legion, their armor off to the side, sleeping in 2 bedrolls in front of the 2 smaller tents. in front of the fire pit.
Do
The
we
other,
see the abomination still chained there? Okay.
to the left of the two tents that look larger and more ornate than the two other ones. You only see 2 of the Dragon's Legion. Whether or not they're in the 2 smaller tents or in the larger tents, you are not sure.
So there's 4 tents in total.
Yes. 4 tents and 2 bedrolls that you can see, along with some barrels, various floating boulders, and small hills.
Okay, so 2 of the guards, everyone else must be in the tents and the thing.
Yuffie, do you know?
As you sit there, again, you remember this as you're flying above. Lightning appears to be through the soil, as if they were clouds, sort of exploding like worms as it through, cracking some of the glass. You see one of the Dragon's Legion as it. You do notice, however, the wind here is excruciating. All around you, hair whipping as you try and look down, dust sort of kicking up within the canyon. Hot, like you were in the middle of a forest fire, as you remember. However, the tents and whatever cloth you see in the campsite looks to be unaffected. With a perception of 23. Everything else in the valley, you see dust devils flying.
We have to lure
The-
them out.
The lightning also doesn't appear to be. You see it with a 23. You'll see some of it. You see one of the lightnings, or the lightning arcs going through towards the camp. It, as if through clouds yet again, and as it reaches the periphery of the campsite, it diminishes.
Magic berry.
Diminishes. It doesn't disappear.
Wait, sorry. Around the campsite or only around the tents of the more ornate?
You don't know what the
tents?
perimeter of it is, but it does look like there is a suppression aura of some sort.
Okay. Guys, do you see that?
Did I see it with an 18?
The arcane.
No.
The arcane storm. Can we see it weaker inside the campsite?
So they have some sort of bubble of their own?
Something that is either nullifying or minimizing the
So
magic.
there are anti-magic fields. Sorry. And there are magic suppression fields. Magic suppression is interesting because magic gets through to it. Unlike an anti-magic field, it just makes it less powerful, less potent. It is a less powerful spell than anti-magic, but still a powerful spell.
Is there any way I can destroy it or break it or something?
I could attempt to dispel it.
And then the storm kicks up and wakes everyone up?
Oh, by
Yes.
that time they'd be exploding. You know?
Yes.
You could try and time it, if you would want, but there is a beacon, a point in which it is grounded, an anchor point in which the magic originates. You could attempt to find that, if you wanted, but it would be difficult. It is probably within, if I had to guess, one of the tents,
I see.
one of the mage's tents. This is powerful abjuration magic.
Will it be obvious if I find it?
It depends on the level of the magic user.
Probably as obvious as they wanted to make it, right?
Again, it depends.
I don't know
If
much
someone
about
is
that.
if someone is as powerful as an archmage, they could make the anchor point rather small. A coin, maybe. If someone is learning, the runes must be carved intricately, and therefore more obvious.
Okay.
It could be a tablet, or if we are dealing with an archmage, then rather small, and I would give up on it. Depends on who we are fighting.
I won't do anything too risky, but I think it's in our best interest to get that.
I will say, any magic that they cast will be suppressed as well. If you cast any magic within the bubble, it is suppressed regardless of where it goes.
Interesting.
Really?
Yes,
Okay.
it is the trade-off here. Just as an an anti-magic barrier. You cannot cast magic within it, and you cannot cast magic out of it. As with an anti or a magic suppressing bubble, you can cast magic out of it, but it is far less powerful. I'm guessing they are using it to suppress the beast, as well as limit any arcane anomalies that interrupt them while they do so. But its existence is, in my opinion, a good sign,
That they're still here.
and that they don't think that anyone is going to attack them. Otherwise, they would drop it. They are mages. They would want to fight back with their full power.
That is a good point.
It is. They are able to drop it at will.
So they might be using it to protect from a surprise attack.
No, I would say that they are keeping it to suppress any tornadoes or
I just mean
magical
they could
storms.
still be anticipating us.
Possibly. Yes.
That's where Eupheme comes in, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is true.
So are we ready to go then?
Yeah.
So if I were to
Positions?
cast invisibility on myself, walk through.
You will not be entirely invisible.
Interesting.
It will make you somewhat transparent. But I would say last magic suppression barrier reduced magical efficacy by around 50%. So you'd be 50% transparent.
There's no point in really doing that.
It still assists in, again, being 50% transparent still assists in hiding. It just doesn't make you as impossible to see.
All right. I think I'm going to try and not cast spells, considering how things have gone for me. But I think it would be useful.
Let us hope that everything we cast goes as planned. I would hate to see Dagomoris's fireballs explode in his face. And he, yes, me as well. Hopefully not, because it will also hit Iclid and Vivian, and we will all die.
Yeah, no dying.
Yes, I agree. Perhaps everyone spreads out then,
Sure.
For safety, yeah.
just
Well-
so that we don't take each other out.
What do I need?
Since I do not think that using the fireball bead is a good idea now.
Because
As
of the barrier?
just in general, I think that we should take things a bit more slow. Don't think it would do all that much anyway. Especially if the barrier is there, it would still do a lot, and we could use all the firepower. If you feel comfortable.
Absolutely. In and out, 1 minute.
Well, then let me know when you are doing it, and I will cast it, and you
Do I think I can get down? How long do I think it would take me to get down?
Depends on your acrobatics check.
Of course. Can I get a range? Like, roll an intelligence to get a range?
Sure, roll a survival check.
Survival. Wisdom.
You're wiser than you're intelligent, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
16.
16? You would say that you could get down there as fast as 10 seconds. You could dive down there if you rolled well. As low as 5 seconds if you rolled extremely well.
Okay.
If you rolled poorly, it could be upwards of 30.
But I
And
won't
you can
roll
alert
poorly.
somebody.
But Yahiro
Yeah.
has to like hand it to him before he starts descending,
Mhm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's like, just like lob it at me as I'm going down.
Take it.
So when are we starting now?
I think now is as good a time as any, unless I'm just gonna go in.
Okay. Good luck.
A minute to find the. Eesh.
Okay.
I'm not gonna try and figure out what's going on or getting any information. I'm just going to plant your little bead and see if I can destroy whatever anti-magic thing is binding it.
The anchor. Okay.
Yes.
If we can lure them away from the tents, then any information that they have will still be in there, so.
Well, I think we're going to blow up the tents.
Yes.
Then I guess information is foregone endeavor.
We'll see how well I do.
And he pulls out his sword, places it in front of him. It hovers a bit, pulls out a component pouch of some sort, pulls out a yellow powder, sulfur, pours it on the blade. Are you ready?
Yep.
And he, as it triangulates within his fingers, looks to be a laser almost. At the sulfur, you see the sulfur melting, turning into a ball at first. Molten metal begins to spark and crack as if you were smithing, as it into the center of his triangulation. You see a bead swirling within, sparks flying off of it. Go, 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 go.
All right.
Okay, acrobatics check
Jumping.
and roll initiative, everybody.
Oh, shit.
Acrobatics.
Yeah, go ahead.
Maybe.
You got it.
Come
Okay,
on.
okay.
Maybe. Give me
Put it
something.
up, put it up. Oh.
So it is Yahiro's turn first, and you all rest
Look at us up top. Love to see it.
over there. Here. Yahiro.
Mhm.
Okay. And Yahiro will teleport over there as soon as he rolls a D100 and a D10 to see if he can do that. 25. Spell backfires. And he teleports 60 feet behind. As he disappears over that way.
Alright, well,
Morris right here. Vivian right here.
oh, I would like to be farther away from there, Morris. Thought we were gonna spread out.
Nasu, right? Or sorry, not Nasu. Iklid right there. And Eupheme is right here.
My way down.
Right here. Okay. It is now Eupheme, Delianor, Eldercrest's turn. I'd say that entire thing before the combat started, about 15 seconds.
15 seconds. All right, we're moving.
Okay. Where you heading? Stealth. Make a stealth check.
Wait, nah, we're gonna have to do something different here. Stealth, 23.
Wow. Okay. Very nice.
Your feelings, DM? Are your feelings hurt?
Don't jinx me now.
All right. So where did you want to go?
Would it be like an action to scope, like to like get my bearings, or is the action stealthing?
The action is being stealthy.
All right, then we're just gonna 50-50 it.
Okay.
So the guards are over there. I'm going for. This one.
The left one?
Yep.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's how far you can get it.
Go, Yuffie, go.
Or how much movement do you have?
That's 30, yeah.
Okay.
And nope, I don't think I want to do a bonus action, but let's see what I got here. Yeah, no, we're keeping it cool.
Okay. So. The storm clouds begin to brew once more, thicker over your heads. The humidity rises, and the smell of strange burnt ozone fills your nostrils once more. The flashes of luminescent blue, dark fiery yellow, bright white, and a deep crimson lightning flash above you as you sneak into the camp. The tumbling roar of thunder ushering their presence while shaking the glass of the area. As you take your first steps into the camp, you feel the magical night winds of the wastes pick up once more, coursing through the valley like a vacuum, blowing all of you forward, every single one of you, as you reach up to the canyon, forward a bit as you walk. You feel the particles in the air whip into the back of your neck, experiencing the breath of divinity as you feel nearly weightless at times from the violent updraft that sweeps underneath you. Your clothing whips all around you, and you hear the crashing of glass as rocks begin to fly all around, pelting the reflective surfaces of the valley. A cacophony of sounds ring out through your ears as you attempt to sneak towards the encampment. The sound of rocks hitting the sides of stone, the sound of glass shattering it, and the vicious winds that tunnel into the ears of those around you. Okay. Looking ahead, you see the full encampment in front of you. Though your mind is set ablaze with anxiety even still, the environment seemingly stacked against you as you move, you notice the glass that surrounds the encampment has all been removed. Melted away, it seems, and the tents do not appear to move with the wind, as you noticed earlier. Regardless, Eupheme gathers closer. Seeing the encampment fully clear now, you see the 2 tents of rather large stature, very much like you saw in the Sprouts of Terradocia, or at least Vivian does, surrounded by the 2 other smaller tents that appear far less opulent and large. Simple red cloth draped over a wooden rod and stuck into the hard soil, much like all of your tents. The larger tents appear to be the color of cerulean blue and gold, the colors alternating in various stripes that originate from a large rod at the center of the tent's top that brings the cloth to a point. The closest tents are the smaller ones. A few pots and pans strewn about each of their entrances, and a few even look to have a small fire pit which had been kicked into charcoal but a few hours prior. The ground is uneven, raising some of the tents a bit higher and some a bit lower upon the shelves of glass and stone and nearly volcanically lit dark soil. Each of the tents is surrounded by a shimmering energy, reminiscent of Vivian's dome, though nearly entirely translucent, though you noticed this earlier, before you did your reconnaissance. You see tiny beads of felt gently clinging to the thick red cloth of the tents, and see a bit of movement stemming from each of them, but you still hear nothing. Okay? So that is Eupheme's turn, and that is what you see and hear. It is the King's Abomination's turn. And you see the 4 of its arms upon its torso. Looks over at you as they are not asleep. They do not sleep. You see every face along its flat, elongated and oblong head sort of like look at you. But it does not scream.
Yeah.
My God.
Eupheme, Delianor, Undercrest.
All right, I'm looking into the room. Or is
Into the
it's
tent?
closed?
It is not. It is open.
Okay, I want to peer in.
Perception check.
Like one of these, you know what I'm saying? They're like standing in front.
Yeah. I understand what you're talking about. Hello?
Use a little mirror to get a little bit of an angle.
Perception. 14.
So, you see a woman at a table, studying, not asleep.
Fucking nerds.
Looks to be a barrel of some sort that she is currently writing in, lit by a small lantern hung on a bookshelf that seems to have been placed there.
Is she human?
Looks to be. Wearing the robes of the Dragon's Council.
Necromancer.
She seems to have blonde, wavy hair that goes down to about her waist. She does not notice you.
She sounds hot.
Okay. I don't see any like arcane runes on the floor or anything like that.
You do not. What was your perception check?
14.
No, you do not. Remember, it has now been 21 seconds since you entered into the canyon.
All right. Then, so that's action. That's
It's
my
action,
proceed.
yes. Mm-hmm.
Then I'm gonna. How much to drop something? Like,
Free action. Free
action
item
to
action.
drop the bead. I want to move this way towards
Okay.
the other 10,
5, 10, 15.
and I'll drop it there.
Okay, so
and
you
then keep moving.
you hear spark a bit.
And then keep. I'm gonna go to the other one, and I don't want to get into view. of
20. So you want to stop right
the-
there?
Stop there, yeah.
Okay,
If I
then make
can-
another stealth check for me.
Oh, you bully.
19.
Okay,
That's
okay.
not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. Stealth
That's
roll.
not bad.
That's not bad. That's not bad. That's great. Actually, it's great.
Okay. That's your turn.
It's my turn.
It is the spellcaster.
The hot mage or the mystery mage?
The mystery.
Does not seem to see you. It is now Dagamaris' turn. He is just going to wait, crouched, sitting there.
Can y'all see me like bumble about?
Yes.
Like I was
It is now the other mage's turn. Okay. Rolled an 18.
nasty, disgusting.
King's Abomination turn. Above a
Do
10.
not scream.
Above a 10, they make a noise. 4.
Oh my god.
Nut.
Yeah, there's a guy somewhere.
Icklid's. It is now
The warlock
Icklid's
is
turn.
like, nah. Your patron is like, yeah, you can have this.
Yeah, we are going to check in again.
Okay, check in.
Setting. 8.
8. Spell backfires in some way.
Okay.
But you were still doing it.
Yeah, I read checking.
So you-
theme.
You write it down,
Mhm.
and Bad's checking like that. As you say it, one of the Dragon's Legion.
Fuck, dude.
In fact-
oh my god.
In fact, both of these are now awake as they hear that, and you hear a rustling in that tent as well as in that one. You hear
Damn
all of
it.
this occur at the same time. Gotta change the music now.
Euphem's fine. Euphem's gonna be fine. Euphem's fine.
Both
Go to
of the
spells.
Dragon's Legion do not have their armor, and they immediately
Ooh,
reach
get
for
him.
it, and they begin
Get him.
putting it
Get him,
on.
get him, get him.
Okay. It is now Yahiro's turn. He finally makes it back to Dagamaris. Oh, did I miss any? Shush, shush, shush. Sort of backs down, but doesn't do anything else. It is now Euphem's turn. You see them. They do not seem to see you. However, you do hear, what is that? What is that? Coming from the tent right next to you. And you hear, I don't know, coming from the other one.
They get their own tents.
What's the tent made out of?
Looks to be like a fine silk. Like a very fine silk.
I'm gonna circle around the back.
Okay. Remember, it's been
It's now
27
27?
second.
Okay.
Yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
And my plan is to wait.
Make another stealth check then. As they are alerted.
It's still the same range as regular fireball, right?
What?
Delayed fireball is still the same range.
Yeah, I don't know. I rolled a natural one.
Okay, so Eupheme, you go to get around the tent. But there's a bit of glass. Not only do you step on the glass, it cracks. It makes you slip, and you fall into the tent.
Fuck.
As you fall into it, the mage turns, points his hand at you, though you cannot see that. And that is your turn.
All right. Whoa.
Wait. The stealth was my action?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, actually, I'll say that it was your bonus action to do so, because of the situation. Do you have?
No. I don't have anything else to do. I don't have anything else to do. I'm good.
Okay.
I don't.
You're now prone
What the fuck?
into the
Wait,
tent.
action? Can I drink the potion then?
Yes.
I'll drink the potion.
Okay.
Ah,
So you
yeah.
do the motion. It is now Vivian's turn.
Where'd that come?
What is your passive perception?
Passive?
Mhm.
Confidence gone.
My passive perception is 13.
Natural one?
13. You do not see that happen because
Okay.
it was behind the
Then
tent.
I'm waiting. Dagamaris'
Do I
passive
see it?
perception is 17.
What is your passive perception?
17.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, I don't see it, so I'm just waiting.
So, the first of them is still donning their armor. That one is still donning their armor. But two more crawl out from the tents.
Really big. Why is he so tall? Why is he so tall?
Okay. And they, what's going on? And the other one's sort of strapping, someone's here, someone's here. Okay, so that's their turn. It is now this mage's turn.
There's bookshelves in there.
She's going to 5, 10, and she's going to look around.
They got cool robes.
Perception check. 14. Means she sees you
What?
because you rolled a natural 1.
Folk.
And Dagamaris, is she
She's going to
right there?
In
Okay,
the
so as she points at you two, you see as all 4 of them look over, still donning their armor, but almost done. Dagamaris, it's now his turn,
Fireball time.
and he's going in.
He's gonna twin it, right?
He is doing everything that he is able to do.
Nice.
So, you watch as Dagamaris action surges and quickens 4 fireballs.
Easy.
But he is going to roll D100 and D10 for each one of
Every
these.
single one.
Buddy boy.
That is an 18, one of them backfires. That is a 5, second one
Aren't I
backfires.
supposed to be playing Dagamaris? Why are you rolling?
90,
I'm sorry. Why are you rolling?
25% stronger,
After 2 backfire.
and another 25% stronger.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that
But
It's,
2
2 backfire.
2 backfire?
backfire on his position, which is right here, which only hits him and Yahiro.
Do they have to roll saves?
Yes.
Still? Okay.
Well, not Dagamaris. They automatically hit Dagamaris in full.
That hero gets to make a save, doesn't
Yes. Okay, so that's 59 points of damage to Dagamaris.
he?
And
Uh-huh.
Yahiro.
Go back. Wait, go back.
What's his save?
Spell save is 16.
Okay, he fails. So he takes
no.
56 points of damage.
59.
As both of them, as he's spinning them up, he, second one, all 4 of the Dragon Legionnaires that are down there.
There's
What the fuck is going on? The mage, you hear, what is this?
Oh, as if.
But the other 2, both are going to be directed just at her.
Nice.
Oh.
You.
Christ.
He sees her laugh as he, that is fine. Throws 2 more. This is 25% more power.
She's a save, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But she won't, though.
Natural 20 for the first one. Fails on the second.
Okay.
Fuck off. Well,
So that's a total of 19 points of damage with 4 fireballs. So he has both of them. You see the same ball as it enters the periphery, fizzles out a bit, and she still. You see her hair catch on fire a bit before she looks back up. Dagamaris looks injured.
fucked up. Yeah, he's in pain.
Okay. It is now this spellcaster's turn. Since she already pointed Dagamaris and Yahiro out,
And Vivian.
he is going to cast Stone Skin on himself.
Slut.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Why Did He Cut the Combat Out? This time, it was simply because it was almost 2 hours long. Not because it wasn't meaty, because it is meaty, but abridged combat doesn't make a lot of sense. So if I was going to trim it down, so to speak, I would be trimming people's entire turns, and it would be hard to grasp what was actually happening in the combat. So I decided to cut it all out and make it its separate video. But I will explain, for those that do not wish to watch the entire combat, what happened. If you do want to watch the entire combat, there's a link in the description below leading you to the full combat. You can also watch the full episode that has the full combat as well. However, I will give a moment for you to click off. All right, so what exactly happens in the combat? Well, I'll tell you. It just all goes to shit. Everything just goes to shit. So, as the fight begins to progress slowly downhill, Yahiro injured by Dagamaris, Dagamaris deathly injured by himself, the Dragon's Legion climbs up the sides of the cliff and begin to assail Icklid. Now, while this is happening, Yahiro is witnessing Eupheme get trounced by the two archmages down below. Him seeing all this happen, and Vivian failing to do most of her magic because of the anomaly surrounding her, he decides to do, Yahiro that is, some necromancy, specifically Finger of Death, a very, very powerful necromantic spell. This leads him to slowly slip away into the grasp of Gamarian Hel Tarim, the lich that originally turned him into a lich 1500 years prior. Now, this doesn't cause him to turn on the party, though I do roll for this, because again, the pull of Gamarian Hel Tarim is very powerful. It's very strong. His grip on Yahiro's mind is very potent. However, he is able to resist it a bit. So he doesn't turn on the party, but he does become more violent. The Dragon's Legion climbs up. They're attacking Icklid. Yahiro comes over, basically bathes in their blood. Vivian attempts to do multiple bouts of magic, none of them really working. All the while, Eupheme is down below, fighting for his life down there against the two archmages, while Dagamaris is simultaneously trying to pelt them with magic from above, though he is a little bit more hesitant as everything, that just happened. However, after he gets done doing one or two spells to the archmages down below, the Dragon's Legion then begins to attack him. This also occurs after Icklid teleports down there. This is very important. Icklid teleports down to try and help Eupheme. At this point, Eupheme leaves Icklid to try and kill the Archmage, the female Archmage that you saw laugh at Dagamaris, leaving Icklid alone. At this point, two more Dragon's Legion soldiers go over to try and assail Icklid. He goes down during this combat. Eupheme then tries to get back, but is unable as he is surrounded by two other Dragon's Legion, and the King's Abomination is about to get free of the adamantine chains. Eupheme then goes down. Dagamaris then goes down, surrounded by Dragon's Legion up above. Vivian is able to kill the Dragon's Legion soldier that is next to him, and both of the Archmages end up dying as well. However, one of the Dragon's Legion ends up surviving, along with the King's Abomination. Yahiro at this point, still struggling to comprehend reality, and also very ill with Gamarian's influence, is nearly going unconscious and is very unstable, passing most of his combat turns, making it so Vivian has to make all of the decisions and is basically all on her own. The King's Abomination breaks free at last from the adamantine chains and Cone of Cold's Vivian, who then, in retaliation with but a sliver of health left, tries to send her familiar to cast Inflict Wounds at, I believe, the 3rd or 2nd level upon the King's Abomination. However, upon rolling a D100 and D10, the spell backfires, and it does just enough damage to down her, and thus leaving the entire party unconscious. And that is where we pick up following this lengthy explanation of combat. However, 4.5 minutes is much better than an hour and a half if you're strapped for time. So, without further ado, let's dive into it. Backfires.
That still backfires?
Yeah.
Alright, well.
You don't get any AC, so I'm going to have you roll that damage again.
I'm down. I mean, I have 16 hit points.
You have 16 HP?
Yeah. I got Cone of Colded. I have 16 HP.
Okay, how much damage did you do?
18, 20, 22, 24, 25, 28.
Okay. As you go unconscious, the last thing you see is Yahiro. As you... The entire party goes unconscious. Icklid, you are not here. Eupheme, you awake. Dagamaris next to you, gripping his side. How are you doing?
I work for Icklid.
You look around, the sun above you, shining through the mirage, barely. Dawn, it looks to be. Clouds dispersed. You look around, you seem to be dragged up onto the cliff where Dagamaris once was. To your left, you see Vivian lying unconscious on the ground, along with the 2 Dragon's Legion guards. Dead. One decapitated, the other, his spine ripped from his body. You look down into the canyon. You see the remains of everyone you killed, with the exception of 1 Dragon's Legionnaire. And Nicolid is nowhere to be found, along with Yahiro. The King's Abomination looks gone as well. Dagamaris just sits there.
Where's Eclid?
I do not know. I can barely move. I woke. First, as I believe I went down first. I do not see Yahiro either.
Have you checked on Vivian?
Her heart is beating, but I have no way of healing her.
I don't know if I do either.
I am not in a state to do anything. You have 1 HP, by the way.
I could try to help her, but
She will be awake soon.
yes, it might be safer just to wait.
Yes, I agree. 2 of my fireballs backfired. This was my fault.
I fell and alerted the...
It would not have mattered had I not floundered. I do not know what to do.
I can't still be here and Iglit's gone.
You are nearly dead. There's nothing you can do right now. There's nothing I can do. We could walk in those wastes and come across one of those abominations and we would be looked at and die.
We can't stay here either.
I understand that. The best bet we have is to wait for Vivian to awake and travel for pools. We cannot search these wastes. I'm sorry, Ephraim. You know it as well as I. Without Yahiro, the longer we stay in these wastes, we die. I am hanging by a thread. I do not mean to sound callous.
But he could be out there, just lost.
Yes, he could. Or, in the hands of the Dragon Legionnaire, he's already in the Tower of the Seven.
Why didn't he take me?
Who? If I had to guess, it was because he was carrying a magical book. Perhaps Yahiro went after him. I have no idea.
Right. Yeah. Yahiro could have...
I have no idea what happened. It is... what? You think if the sun is rising 5, 7? I don't know. We've been unconscious for many hours. They could be anywhere. I do not know if Yahiro went down, if his body is ash and his soul is with Gamarian. I have no idea what is going on. All I know is that my life hangs by a thread. I almost died. I have no idea what happens to the deserted if I die. I have no idea if there are rats crawling up to me right now.
I guess... guess we don't think of ourselves in times like this.
It is not thinking of myself. I am thinking of everyone that is affected by my death. But yes, I think of myself.
Well, I'm thinking of myself, and I live to save people, Dagamaris, and if I can't save...
You cannot save anybody. I understand that. And I understand how you must feel. I know exactly how you feel, being unable to save those who you love. Trust me, Eupheim. If you are speaking to anyone, know that I understand. Sometimes all you can do is run. As I did.
I'm tired.
Do you think I am not? Do you think I like the fact that I ran as my people were slaughtered? Do you think I like my tail between my legs? No, Eupheim. But no. The proudest man you know is telling you to run. If you do not, I will take Vivian and I will leave you here as well. I am sorry.
Do what you have to, Dagamaris.
He stands. Lifts Vivian. Are you coming with me? Please, Eupheim, I beg of you.
Just keep walking, right? Just keep going.
You talking to yourself?
Yeah.
Good. Follow close behind me. Okay. You walk for about 2 more hours through the wastes, the mirage, warping your perception of time and reality. You feel the fog gripping your ankles, Dagamaris in front of you. You can hear his wheezing in the plate, weighing heavily along with the fog. You feel the same miasma that refuses to leave. You feel rage building within you as you cannot leave this damned place. And then Vivian, you awake on Dagamaris' shoulders. He and we will break here for a second and let Vivian regain herself. Gently puts you on the ground. A new place entirely. You see crevices, like cracks within the earth nearby. Bits of arcane energy, like pollen before it.
What happened? Where are we?
We left. Yahiro and Iklet are gone.
Did you see what happened to Iklet?
No, the last thing I saw was... I was the last one to go down. I didn't see anything happen. There was only one of the dragon's legion left. And
No, he didn't. He was running to you last you saw him.
I know, as I said, there was one of them left.
Yes, yeah.
They're gone.
Yes, I woke at the ridge of the canyon along with Eupheim. I tried to nurse my wounds. It was only about 30 minutes afterwards that Eupheim awoke as well.
It's dawn. It's dawn.
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna immediately crush the pearl of power in my hand.
Okay. You already used it.
It's dawn.
Oh, true. Yeah. Yeah, so you crush it. You regain a spell slot.
5th level spell slot.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to scry upon Iklet?
Yes, I'm gonna take a moment to. Okay, I'm going to prepare a watery sphere because everything.
Oh shit, I completely forgot about the bear that entire time.
You heard that correctly. I forgot about the entire bear. The entire bear was forgotten. That's fine.
Fuck!
Yeah, me too.
Damn.
Yeah.
Shit. The bear, I will say, is with you both and did not go into the canyon.
Cool. Alright, I'm going
Traveling along with Dagamaris. Fuck, that's totally my bad.
I'm going
Shit.
to listen.
There's a lot going on.
Where's his mini? Oh,
It's right
that's why.
here. Yeah, it's because I didn't put it on there. Damn it.
I'm going to attempt to scry on Iklet.
But the bear is just sort of... That would have changed quite a bit, although I don't know if it would have slid into the canyon. especially since you were going down there to do recon. But I don't know.
Eventually.
Yeah, I probably would have
It's
eventually.
probably backfired.
It's right backfire. It just doesn't work. And you still use the spell slot.
This accursed place and its fucking magic.
Nothing.
No, it didn't work.
That doesn't mean that he's. That doesn't mean that he's dead.
No, it means that I failed to do the spell. It doesn't mean that he's dead.
He could still be alive.
Yes, you
If we
could.
wait an hour, I can try again.
We're leaving.
Fine.
It has been more than 5 hours at least.
If your hero is with him, then I'm sure he's safe.
No, at this point it has been well over 7 since we have seen them last. When did we start fighting? Midnight?
Midnight.
Why did your bear not attack?
What was the bear going to do?
I don't know. Do something. It could have saved me. The bear just sort of... It is a bear. No use of getting mad at it. Perhaps it would have just died and we would be less an ally.
Yuffie. If your hero is with him, Nicolette is safe.
You said he fell. You said he went down.
He collapsed. But I saw him still awake when I passed out.
Let us hope that he is not dead and with Gamarian now. Because that truly be the worst case scenario.
No, Yahiro dying would be the worst case scenario.
That is what I'm saying.
I mean, Iglet dying would be the worst case scenario.
Perhaps. But if Yahiro dies, Iglet is most certainly dead. So, by extension, I suppose, it is worse.
It doesn't matter to talk about what the potential worst case scenario is. I just have to wait until I can regain enough strength.
Do you think if I pray to Ivar?
Are you kidding? What will that do right now?
I do not know. Perhaps I could draw
No.
some of his cards.
No more gods. Nothing else.
Do you have any other
No
suggestion?
other strange magic right now. We rest.
Then give me another suggestion.
We can rest. I can attempt to create the hut. When that
Not right now.
backfires, it doesn't hurt anybody.
Not right now. We need to go further. Out of this
Fine.
place.
Do not pray to the god of trickery.
You said you got a wish. A keep. A castle, maybe?
And he also took some of my intelligence from me.
I've seen him. It
And
doesn't
it was
end
only
well
4
at all.
cards I drew. There were worse ones.
He'll
Oh.
twist your desires.
I will make that decision on my own.
You can make the decision on your own, of course, but not over something like this.
I do what I wish, Vivian. Know that by now.
Yes, and the rest of us have to deal with the consequences of you inviting the god of trickery. And so I can say what I please as well.
I've dealt with your consequences before. You can deal with mine.
Let's keep moving.
Sure.
I'm going to choose to believe that Yairo saved Iglet.
Perhaps.
If he was going to save any of us, he would save Eglet.
That's why I'm wondering why I'm alive.
Why?
I hope he didn't choose to save me instead.
You were dragged up here.
Yeah.
Which means he dragged you.
With his magic, I was hoping that
Perhaps.
he would choose me instead of Iglet. with his
Perhaps. Let us hope he would not risk using magic to drag you up.
Let's keep going so we can rest.
I
and
will
get our
say-
answers.
Last I saw him, he was losing himself.
I know.
After the after the fireballs collapsed in on myself. He attempted to use a very powerful necromantic spell.
Why would he do that right at the beginning of it all? I thought he said he was going to use that if one of us was dying.
I do not know. I believe he saw it all going downhill. I do not know how strong his nerve is.
He told me he wasn't doing well when it was just me and him left.
If I had to assume, I would say that his mind hangs by a thread, as my life does right now.
I agree. He wasn't too well put together after our last encounter either.
No, he was not. Nearly dying.
For 1,500 years we can.
Well,
Blame him.
I do not.
It's the reality of it.
Let's keep going. Please.
How long? An hour? 2?
Until we're too exhausted to walk.
Like with everything,
We can all rest.
Fine. Let us do that.
I want to keep an eye out for any critters.
Perception check.
Natural 20.
Okay.
Plus.
Keep your eye out.
Is it sunlight?
Mm-hmm. So disadvantage.
Alright, well. 19.
You see, about a mile out, a dormant abomination on the horizon upon a hill. You see it. The flat head of it shifting. You only see it through the mirage because the energy that it exudes almost in a ball. Its forearms clutched in on its chest, torso leaned back upon its body, and flat head curving into the ground.
Yes, let's move.
Yes. You guys walk for another 2 hours. It is now 9 a.m. Dagamoris falls to his knees as you reach a small valley. I cannot move any longer. This armor is like a prison.
I'm going to attempt to cast the hut.
D100.
Can it be a strong one for once? 59.
So, again, a hole. Half of the bubble, or not half, about a large hole with a 10-foot diameter appears to move as if it was in a bubble across. It is fine. At least it is some cover. And he falls and collapses to the ground, even more so on his belly. The bear, unwounded, looked to have hid during the battle. Sniffs Dagamarasu. Away from me. And then moves over to Eupheme. Begins to sniff Eupheme's hand.
I'm going to ritual cast.
Feeling dejected and ignored. The bear. Oh, okay. It's about to move away.
Bear,
Yes.
did you see where Akelid went?
No. I was hiding. That man you were traveling with.
Yes.
Such horrible energy. I could not bear it. I ran. I feel horrible. I ran. 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 I
still alive, I wouldn't have been able to protect you and
I did nothing. I said I would fight with you for life. That man is the antithesis of it. Did you know this?
No.
Deception check.
Wow. I mean,
25.
Palpable. I felt it within my soul. A blood-curdling fear. In his eyes. Windows. Not into a soul, but a black pit. Abyss. But I still ran. And I did not help anyone. When I came back, the man was gone. And all three of you had been set upon the ridge.
Well, I'm glad you're still alive. I can't.
My brothers would spit upon me.
I won't tell them then. It's all about controlling the story. But I swear, if I lose anyone else, I think I'm going to snap in half.
Sort of grasps his maw.
It will not happen again. I'm sorry.
Just keep walking.
Not right now, though.
That's not what I meant.
I understand what you meant. Remember, Eupheme, your song is beautiful.
And he collapses on the ground. The fog lifts for a second as his large form collapses. The blubber. Dagamoris is just in the fog.
Eupheme. I wish to find Ickland as well. I like that boy. I like our hero as well. Do not think I abandoned him lightly. I wish to go back. We need to get something. Get out of here. Maybe Vivian can track him down afterwards. But running half-assed into this waste further in is not the way.
Once again, you're right, Dagamaris. I think I'm cursed.
As am I. We all are.
Well,
Vivian has seen more companions die than any of us, with the exception of my people, but I wish not to bring that up again.
my companions don't die. I don't have companions.
You have us, Eupheme.
Now, and I'm losing you.
You have not lost us yet. You have 2 months longer to stand me. Cherish these moments, Eupheme, as I do. Do not give up hope.
I'm going to send to them.
Right now.
Why not?
I do not know. Do not feel it. Tingling on my spine. Fear. I have felt it many times in the past year. I wish to do nothing. Truly, I wish to crawl in my bed and hide in it. That is what I wish.
Do what you will. You are braver than I. All right. Do you want to D10?
Two of these spell slots.
Who are you thinking of the most right now?
Yeah, hero.
Yahiro, Iclid,
And Icklid.
Hector, and Baldric for Servius.
Yes.
Okay. What is it? What did it say?
Fucking 27.
27. It doesn't do as intended. I need you to roll a D100 for me. Above an 80, you send to Baldric for Servius without you knowing. 60 to 80, you send to Hector Dollhouse without knowing. 40 to 60, you send to Yahiro. And anything below 40, you send to Iclid.
50.
50, you send to Yahiro.
Bless up. Thank God. Did not want to send to fucking Belgium Preservative.
Yeah, hero, are you alive? Is Icklid alive? We're all barely okay. Are you both okay?
I have not heard your voice in years. It seems I am alive, Vivian, but barely. My mind is broken. Marion holds to me. He holds on me strongly. What year is it? It has only been hours. Yes. I'm tracking England. The Legionnaire is not human. And neither am I.
That is what he says.
I thought I was gonna marry him for a second. I was like,
Yahiro's tracking Icklid. The Legionnaire is inhuman. He's not doing well either.
Did you not see their eyes?
I didn't know if that was a spell. I didn't know that they were.
They
human.
were human, but barely.
Where?
He didn't say.
How would he say? What landmark would he give?
Does it matter? Anything?
I do not believe it would matter. They are hours away.
I need something.
To do what, Eugene?
Anything.
Yes, but what is the anything you could do?
I can do.
If Yahir was more stable, he could draw a teleportation circle and I could take us to him. Obviously, there is the risk of this.
Honestly, risking that here,
I know.
you're joking. We could teleport into the floor
I can send to him again and ask what direction he went in and we can follow.
right now.
Yes,
Fine. Do what you will.
we need to rest, obviously, first, but then
Vivian, I want to run.
we can't go to Cruel without Yahiro. You know this.
And what will I do?
We barely survived.
What will I
here.
do, Vivian? Then what will I do? Tell me. Give me direction, then.
I will.
No, you tell me now. I'm not marching into the waste. Just to die. For nothing. If I die fighting a lich, perhaps I get a good blow on him. Perhaps I even find his phylactery and I kill one. I die by one of these abominations. Why? What would happen?
And you're saying we go To the Scar of Cruel, down 2 allies.
I do not know, Vivian. I do not have answers. I have none. All I know is that I am afraid. I'm afraid of everything around me. I'm afraid Northwest, a man wielding the power of a god, wants me dead. Underneath my feet, a man wielding the power of a god wants me dead. I'm afraid all around me, everything that moves wants me dead. I'm afraid that in the east there is an entire city.
Keep your voice down.
Shut up, Eupheme. I yell when I please. I die when I please. Leave me here, then. Leave me and I will run out of here on my own. Tail tucked between my legs, I have no shame in it. I wish to do something with my life. That is all. I do not wish to die in these wastes.
I don't give a damn where I die. I give a damn what I die doing.
You do not have a grand purpose, I suppose, Eupheme. I cannot die here. My people need me.
We're not going to die here.
I disagree. If we further our goals if we step further into these wastes, I feel it eating away at me. I feel like vomiting. I have a headache. My nails feel as if they're growing a foot every day. I look down my skin bubbles. I look down my skin cracks. My eyes ooze from my sockets. I feel worse than I did in Telia Mondelitos. Whatever they did here, I can only imagine the pain and suffering the entire world will feel. And therefore, I cannot waste the power I've been given. Again, I like the boy, but 3 of our lives are worth far more than his, and our hero is slipping away.
We need them.
Let me rest. Perhaps I will feel differently when I am not on the brink of death. Will you give me that courtesy, both of you?
Yes.
Thank you. He crawls to the edge, leans against the dome. And goes
Resting
to
for a
meditate.
bit.
I'll keep first watch.
Sure resting?
I'm probably just gonna pass out. I don't think I have the
This
capacity.
is a long rest.
8 hours?
Capacity to choose, yeah.
Okay,
I'm
so you
going
go
to
unconscious.
send to Yahiro again.
5:30. An hour.
Not
long
at the
rest.
end,
I know.
immediately.
6:30. Travel for another 2 hours. So it is 8:30 a.m. right now. Okay, keep that in mind. So send to Yahiro. D100 and a D10.
74.
Fucking 1 off.
Okay, so it is 25% less effective. You were cut off earlier.
Tell us which direction you're going so we can find you.
Let us see if he has the wherewithal. It's a natural 19. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Vivian. I wished no one to see me in such a way. I believe I traveled west, northwest with the boy. Or to the boy.
Okay, so not grumbling. What did he say?
To the boy,
Northwest.
west, northwest.
West, northwest.
You were traveling south, by the way.
We've been traveling south?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
That's why Dagamoris was leading you.
Okay. Great. Excellent. Thank you, Dagamonis. Well, he was doing his best. But...
Okay. Keep Porpoise Watch. Perception check.
Disadvantage. 7.
Okay. Four and a half hours earlier. Icklid. You carried on someone's shoulder. Your hands not bound, loose, dangling. You see platinum armor. You see slaps against. You hear looking to the right, a tornado. Wreathed in crimson flame, lightning outwards. You see lightning above you, striking a nearby crystal elm. The ground cracked and glassed. In some places you hear the footfalls of the platinum armor on the ground. Baths crawls down to your face.
Are you alright?
What's going on?
Well, fuck, that's what's happening. Keep your voice down now. I'm being carried by one of them goons.
Why don't you, like, bite him or something?
Are you fucking kidding me? You ain't my friend, right? If I do anything, he might die. He's not looking great, but he's not looking fucked up either.
The book. Where's the book? Can you get to the book?
No, I can't. I just came from the book. It's in your backpack. I can, I guess. But what are you gonna do? Out of juice.
We have another.
What are you gonna do? I'm sorry, Icklid. We're still in this place.
And lightning.
I love it here. Not right now, though.
We can dimension ourselves away.
Alright, or you dimension yourself, I don't know, further in this guy's asshole. Did you not see what happened to that big fucking elf guy that I hate, and I'm still planning on killing if he's alive? Two of them fucking fireballs lit in front of his face.
I usually don't like gambles. Isn't this one I should take? Where's everyone else?
We're fucking lying. I don't know. What is what happened to you? I don't know how long we've been gone. I don't see the fucking canyon anywhere. I think that this guy's been dragging us for quite some time. It's not too bad of an idea now.
If you poison him, I'll kill Dagamaris outright. Anyways.
You telling the truth?
Icklid right now is telling the truth.
Persuasion check then.
I'm no longer angry that you stole my poison.
You and your bags.
Yeah, I love this shit. God, we have such a great dynamic.
30-20.
I'm connected to your life. I know when you're lying, boy.
And I like grab his face. Do you think I would need a place to lie right now? Brad.
All right. It's good poison, though. Should we waste it on this? You don't want to take your chances. Maybe the king's nice.
Do you want to stay in that book for another 1,000 years?
It's not bad in there.
Use the fucking poison. Asshole. and I like raise the hand a little bit up and I like smack it.
And you just were like,
You're pathetic. And
The wind. You see.
what will you give me?
I just told you.
Yeah, but that's not enough because I was going to do that anyway. And so were you. You promised me earlier.
You were gonna use the
Oh, I know you said you were going to help me long ago. What else are you going to give me? Come on then, give me something good.
You want something else from Vivian's bag? Replace the poison?
Oh, she didn't have that shirt. I like the smell of that.
What was up with that shirt?
Smell nice. I like the scent.
Weirdo.
No weird, you don't like smells.
That's a bit weird. You get the shirt. Great. Use the fuck.
How are you gonna give me the shirt?
Well, you have to use the poison first. And give me half this
It's 5 days also after next time I drive that fruity guy and Dale Morris insane, just so you're aware. But I'd say this whole ordeal adds about a month onto your time. It's been lovely. And you must work on your combat abilities. They're lacking. You went down so fast.
I told you that's why we were gonna spar with Dagger.
You got a lot of blood going to your face right now. It's a bit red.
And he scratches you a bit. His blood begins to drip down.
You got nice blood.
Take it all.
You don't have much left. I think all of it's going to your head. You got fucked up. I need you to be better. I like the turmoil, the discord all around. Keep it up. Fine.
Will do, boss.
I'll use the poison. Just 'cause I like you. And 'cause you're doing things for me.
Now give him a wink.
Reaches into the book, into the bag, sort of. You see the tail wiggling as he goes into your backpack. Some of the stuff. You watch as the blood ruby drops out and onto the ground.
It's fucked.
You fucking.
Grabs into the book and pulls out the vial.
This guy.
You want to try some? I'm fucking with you. Alright, hopefully this doesn't drip on you.
Crawls up. Gonna make a stealth check.
Okay.
Come on, baby Dabs. You
oh,
got
you
it,
rolled
baby.
it.
21.
Oh!
Stealth check.
Hello.
You just, as you sort of look, you notice the march is rigid. You hear all the armor clinking against one each other. Uniform. The stones kicking up, dust into your face as you wait, as a little dust devil picking up some of the arcane energy as a tiny little blast of lightning onto the armor of the man. Bads reaches up, and he's going to make a dex check to see if any gets on you.
Holy. What am I at? 1 HP?
So 13. So I'm going to have you roll a d10 for me. I'm sorry, a d20.
Yeah.
If you roll above a 13 with this dex, save, I'll say. Dexterity saving throw. Roll above a 13. It does not hit you.
Okay. 2.
Some of it will hit you. As he a drop onto you. Since it was only a drop, you take 2d6 and you are unconscious. As it and as he's about to you do have inspiration. If you want to try and re-roll it.
Yeah, I'm rerolling. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm inspiration.
Lemmick is so tired of y'all not using inspiration.
13 plus 0.
Oh, you said he has to roll above 13.
Yeah.
That is the save, though. I said the save was 13.
Okay. Okay.
Ah.
Okay, great.
So you, as the drop is about to touch you, as you see from that little drop a crater. Acid. He.
Fuck, I didn't hear you right.
He
What's this now?
see onto the top of the head of the individual.
What an awful way
Needs
to
to
die.
make a con save. Natural 7. As it he melts through the platinum. You see it. You see his scalp first as the purple liquid bubbles on top of it. You see the hair begin to sizzle. As he continues to march, you see the skin peel away, revealing skull cracked already from combat previously. The skull white, discolored yellow. You see the poison touch it as it begins to smoke. Continues to march. The poison. More smoke. The poison. The skull cracks. He continues until he into the ground.
God, what a
You fall.
terrible way to die.
Baths.
That would have been so satisfying if it was Takamorris. Instead, his pretty little head.
It'd be less satisfying if you got me with your butterfingers.
Would have saved your life.
Reluctantly.
I killed your best friend. God, don't be jolly with me. Hate me.
In due time.
Yeah, well,
I want to walk back and get the fucking blood gem.
Make an investigation check for me.
Okay.
With disadvantage because of how fucked up you are.
Little 19-year-old.
Wow.
Wow.
You 11.
Okay. You were unable to find it within the waste.
all right. Calm it down on the names. Hey, let's fucking pay attention then. You're in the middle of fucking nowhere. So am I. If this book gets lost here, I don't know. What do you think this radiation will do to me? Make me bigger. Make me stronger, maybe. Huh?
Yeah, I try to cast healing light.
Do you want another D10?
25.
Backfires. You
Is that
damaged.
backfire? Or doesn't work as intended.
Backfires.
What?
That's
I
fine.
thought-
That doesn't work as 10, right?
25 to...
2 to 25 causes the spell to backfire. 26 to 50 forces it to not work as intended. It backfires. You deal damage to yourself, and as he's about to wait, you and you fall unconscious.
Damn.
And that is where we're going to end.
Fuck, man. We're so good at this game. We're so good and powerful.
Thank you for joining us. That was hectic. There was a lot to keep track of.
Wow.
Pardon me for forgetting to play the bear, although there were some role play instances in which it could work out. Just know that I did actually forget it. But thankfully, it does work out with Yahiro losing his mind, and the veil between his necromancy and broke and allowed it to break free. If you are just joining us, you can watch the abridged episodes to find out quickly how they ended up here in this
Terrible,
strange position.
terrible swamp.
You can find all the handouts to all the lore and history of the world at our website, mindflayerinc.com, which can be found down below. You can also find all the links to Hector's journal, the alchemy book, the full episodes, all of that. Links to our YouTube, Patreon, all of that stuff. But we'll be live again next week, Saturday, 6:30 p.m. We hope to see you there.
Love you, bye.
Why? God.
Christ.